One. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this version of Z Talk. Today, I have some very interesting technology to talk about. It's not probably something you guys see every day. And in case some of you guys don't remember me, this is Henry Zaldivar with IT Savvy. Um, and today's company I want to talk about and the manufacturer is called Bretford. And they make some charging carts, charging stations, etc. And we had a training here internally at IT Savvy. I saw the solution and loved it, and thought I would bring this out to my network and let them know that IT Savvy represents Bretford. And if it's something that generates an interest in your organization, please reach out to me. I'll work with the team here at Bretford, and we'll design the perfect solution for your company. So I want to introduce the people here on the call with me today, and I appreciate everybody being here. I certainly enjoy this technology, so I can't wait to hear more about it myself. So educating Henry as well. So here I have Javier Santos. He's a channel manager. I have Fabrizio Fiera, regional sales manager on the East Coast. And then I have Todd, director of channel sales. He says he wants to be a fly on the wall, but I think he'll be a lot more than that. We'll see. We'll see as the video goes on. So if you don't mind, guys, I'll start off with Javier and say, Javier, if you have a couple minutes there, give us an overview about Bretford, who you guys are, how long you've been in business, etc. So they get a feel for who you guys are.
Yeah, thank you again, Henry. Appreciate the time and appreciate your willingness to get out in front of not only your customers, but your peers at IT Savvy. Again, I help support Henry as well as all the IT Savvy reps nationally. As far as Bretford is concerned, we've been in the business for over 70 years. Primarily, we started in education. Our company is still family owned, third generation, American made. Everything here at Bretford is not only made in America, but all the steel is sourced here as well, which helps with lead times, especially in these trying times with COVID-19. We can see getting equipment has been a challenge. That's not something you're going to get with us. And because of that local feel and that family touch, we're able to get even more customizable with 16 different color options for our whole portfolio, as well as customized solutions with like logos, company insignias, things like that. And I know you touched on our technology carts and our technology lockers, and Fabrizio is going to jump into our lockers and the technology around that as well a little bit later. But we started in AV. We introduced the first mobile computer cart. Mm-hmm. You can remember being back in school, either substitute teacher day or video day. They bring in that big TV with the VCR. That was a Bretford cart. Generally, it was a Bretford cart. They brought that in. So that's kind of the background we had. But as education evolved and adapted to technology, we had to be nimble and pivot in that direction as well. So all of our charging solutions can help you with your mobile devices, either charge, store, sync, and provision. We have a full gamut of portfolio that I'm sure we'll share on the Z Talk page as well in the comments. So check us out there as well as our contact information. But yeah, without further ado, I want to introduce Fabrizio again for Henry's customers out there. Fabrizio will also be a good point of contact for Bretford for you as he does manage the East Coast. He's going to jump into our TechGuard Connect locker. We've seen a lot of traction with this year, primarily as a safe alternative for device break, fix, and repair. Also, if you're looking to deploy mobile devices or collect older devices, our TechGuard solution is doing this currently and can be a good solution for you to look at. But yeah, Fabrizio, I'll let you take it away.
Awesome. Thanks for that nice introduction. And Henry, thanks again for having us here today.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, so as Henry and Xavier mentioned, Bretford does charging solutions anywhere from stations to carts to lockers to simple AV carts. But what I wanted to spend most of our time talking about today is our TechGuard Connect locker. This solution has been around for a few years now, has really strong use cases in manufacturing and retail and education. And it has gained a lot of traction recently as a response to COVID-19. So I'll kind of walk through this dashboard here just to give you an idea of the cloud portal that manages the lockers and kind of what you can accomplish with the solution. So I'm sharing my screen here. This is the Bretford Connect portal. This is the dashboard. So right when you log in, you get a quick snapshot of how many lockers you have in your environment, how many assets you have created, users, overdue devices, a lot of information that an admin going into the portal might want to know. Let me start with kind of the organizational structure. So when a company purchases a Bretford locker, out of the box, it works, it's plug and play. So you plug this locker in. Think of it as like a hotel safe where anybody can walk up to the locker, create a 4-digit PIN code, get access to a secure spot where they can plug their device in and charge it. So that's really the basic out of the box functionality. But when you drive in to the portal, this is where you can edit how the lockers use, how the structure is in terms of organizational hierarchy, and create a custom solution for your organization. So as you see here in this drop-down menu, we're able to nest different levels of the organization within our system. So if your organization is maybe headquartered in Florida, but you have locations all across the country, you can create specific levels so that the IT admins at those specific sites only control what's in their environment, excuse me. So you wouldn't want a guy from maybe your New York office logging into the Florida section and making changes into their organization. So right off the bat, you can see this is designed to scale. It's designed to support customers that have a lot of different locations or departments where they might need to segment the functionality and the administration of the lockers. I'll jump into the settings tab here, and this is really where you can just kind of get an idea of how easy it is to log in, find the locker, and change the mode that it's in. One of the benefits of the Bretford solution is this is a cloud-based system, so that you can actually log in from any computer in the world if you have the right admin credentials and change things on the fly. Other solutions that aren't cloud-based are more locally managed, so you need to be local to that locker to make some changes. So this makes the management a lot easier. Mm-hmm. And here's where you see the 3 different modes that the locker can be used in. The shared mode is the one I just talked about. Out of the box, it works in that mode. On the enterprise side of the business, which I'm responsible for, we're seeing a lot of people use check-in, check-out, and assign mode. And these modes have different functionality. The check-in, check-out mode is more for automated device loaning. So think about a manufacturing floor where there might be 3 shift workers coming in at different times of the day. This mode allows the shift worker to walk up, tap their RFID badge, or put in a unique code and check a device out. This is really powerful for organizations that want to know, who took out what device, when it's due back, and also make sure that it comes back in good condition and is getting charged for the next user. Mm-hmm. So a lot of our customers, and Henry, you might have to deal with this with your customers, have devices that just go missing, or they come back broken, or they're not getting charged for the next user. This system holds the end users accountable for bringing those back safely and making sure they're charged for the next user.
Okay, that's good.
The other mode, and this is the one that's really popular for a COVID-19 response, is called assign mode. And in assign mode, you are assigning a particular user to a particular bay because you want only them to have access for that. And kind of as Xavier mentioned earlier, this has been very, very popular for the device deployment and break fix use cases in response to COVID-19, trying to maintain social distancing, trying to avoid face-to-face contact. So just to give you an idea of how that works, an IT admin can go into our locker page here. They can view all of the lockers within their tenancy. They can find the particular locker that they want to load a device into. So for instance, I'll click on this locker here. They can quickly find a bay that's not assigned to anybody. Click this assign button here, and this will allow them to find a user that they want. So let's say Dean Smith is looking for a new device. You assign them to that bay, and right there, the assignment is made. You hit the save change button here, and in a second, you'll see it load up. So what this does now is Dean can now get a message from IT saying, hey, I put your new device in the green locker in the lobby. Walk up to it, enter this PIN code or tap your badge, get your new device. So with this solution, with people trying to A, maintain distance from other, their peers and their customers, and B, a lot of companies are doing this hybrid schedule where, maybe I'm in the office 2 days a week, 3 days a week I'm working from home. Well, what if I need something on the day that IT is not in the office? How do we go about doing that? Or what if I don't feel comfortable coming face to face with another person? This solution allows IT to load up the locker, simply make an assignment and say, hey, go grab your device whenever is most convenient to you.
That's cool.
So as you can see, within this management console, you can view all your lockers, you can filter by the segment, and you can easily make these assignments. You can also quickly remotely open a bay. So if somebody forgets their RFID card or anything like that, you can just click that button, and within seconds, it'll pop open that bay regardless of where it is across the country. It's a really powerful tool. And then within the portal, you can also see logs. So if you click on either this paper over here or you go into the log section, you can get all the information that you need around who's accessing, which locker, which bay. So in case something goes missing, you can say, hey, I see right here that you made this checkout. We need that device back, or what have you.
Right.
Some other just neat things is within the system, you can create users and you can create assets. So for that check-in, check-out mode, you want to actually create specific assets and assign them to locations. So when you're creating an asset, think of it as, I'm going to create a home for this device. I'm going to load it up into this locker. So with that, you can name what the device will be, what's going to show up on the screen so that the end user knows, hey, I'm getting an iPad, or I'm getting a MacBook or a Dell or whatever, OEM device you want. You can also do things like, a device might require inspection when it comes back before it goes out to be loaned again, or you can require it to have a certain amount of charge time before it goes back into that loaner pool. So there's a lot of cool features that the customer can design around their particular environment. It's definitely not a, you don't just purchase it and you're stuck to the boundaries of how the product works. We try to give all the options to our customers so they can create the best workflow for their end users. So like I said, this is the dashboard. I'm happy to jump in further to any of the particular fields, but on a kind of more high level, like I said, the verticals that we're seeing this very, very popular in are manufacturing, retail, healthcare, and education. All of them have very different use cases. Once COVID-19 started, we're seeing it across the board as a good solution for work from home scenarios. So imagine, you're working from home and your laptop doesn't work anymore. Typically in that situation, what do? You contact your, IT person. They would say, hey, either, come in and we'll swap it face to face. But if I'm not comfortable doing that, then you're resorting to mailing a device out, waiting, a week for the device to get to you, mailing the broken one back, and that costs time and money. This solution for, a one-time purchase, you can use this all year round to, do all of these break, fix, and device deployments without having to, lose a week or two or spend money each time you're sending a device back and forth.
And on the education side, real quick, are we talking about like at the universities level, or does this basically trickle down or up and down the whole education stack?
Yeah, it trickles down between both. So I'm on the enterprise team and I cover higher education. So I'm seeing a lot of universities, colleges, and community colleges looking at this as a way to kind of deal with the, are we going to be on campus this semester or not? Are we full-time or are we part-time? This really gives them the flexibility to regardless of which path they take, they have the ability to hand off IT equipment and help their user base. But in the K-12 side, I've also seen, I know, for example, Duval in Florida, they have more than 100 of these lockers, and each student has their own bay, and it's dedicated to them. So, I know in the K-12 space, Chromebooks are very, very popular.
Yes.
These students now have a place to kind of call home for their device. So either at the end of the day, they can leave it to charge overnight and pick it up the next day, or if it's maybe at lunchtime where they need to get a quick charge, they always have a dedicated space for their device. And the other thing I'd add is when I'm talking to universities and colleges, they're saying, this sounds great for COVID, but once COVID's gone, knock on wood, it's soon. What are we going to do with that locker? Well, we're seeing a lot of other use cases as well. And really the reason why it's so flexible is because you can log into this cloud portal and change the mode just like that. So I've had customers that originally they bought the locker for automated device loaning. So most libraries at colleges, they loan out devices to their students. So if I need a laptop, go to the library, ask for a device. Typically that's a manual process. You have to write down your name, your student ID number, what device I'm giving you. The check-in, check-out mode of this system can automate all that so that users can just walk up and check a device out. Now, when COVID hit, they actually repurposed the lockers for device loaning and for break fix. And
Right.
I've had customers that are now doing the opposite. They're buying it for the ability to deploy devices, but once they're done with that, they're going to repurpose it in shared mode, put this locker in a communal space like a gym or a cafeteria or a lobby or a lounge where students and faculty alike can just use it to store their device while they're at lunch or working out or whatever they may be doing.
Storing it and charging it perfect. It's perfect.
Exactly.
It's nice and safe. You're doing whatever function is, whether you're having lunch or you're at the gym, like you said. You have your device in a safe locker and charging, which is incredible.
Yeah, and another neat feature is we have kind of thought ahead a little bit, and in the bottom of the unit where we have our gateway, there's also a rack mount. So if you wanted to install a network switch there and have the locker pre-wired with Ethernet ports, you can actually IT can manage the devices while they're in the locker. So not only can they store and charge them, they can remote in and actually manage the devices while they're in there as well if they want to take advantage of that.
Oh, cool. That'd be good. And they can do patching and all that kind of whatever they have to do. From an IT maintenance perspective, they could do it.
They could do it, and they can do it remotely. So they don't even have to go in and touch the device and take it out and do all the work. They can just do it from the comfort of wherever is best for them.
Hey, Fabrizio and Henry, I'm sure both, all of us, I'm sure a lot of customers out there don't just have one device. It's not just a tablet, a laptop, a barcode scanner. It's a combination of all those things, maybe even a cell phone that they need charged.
Yeah.
Our lockers can have up to 3 devices per bay to charge. That's something that's, I think, very key. People are like, okay, well, I have all these devices. How do I get them charged? And I think Fabrizio, in the beginning of the presentation, when you went to the lockers tab on the portal, it gave a picture of our locker, the 10 bays locker there. We also have a 5-bay locker for a little bit more of your more industrial type of equipment, mobile devices that need to be charged. They have basically that bay is double the size of the single 10 bay, but all the same functionality as well with those.
Awesome.
Yeah, the other piece that I'd like to add is, we have an API portal so that customers wanting to integrate maybe their RFID technology that they're using or maybe their IT ticketing service portal, you can integrate those functionalities. As an example, I had a customer that wanted to integrate their ticketing platform with our Bretford Connect portal so that, let's say a user creates a ticket. That ticket number will be used as their PIN code, and it'll say, okay, you need a new device. I'm taking that ticket number, putting it as the PIN code for this bay, go over to that bay and grab your new device. Other customers, they might want to integrate their Active Directory. So maybe every time that you create a new user in Active Directory, it'll send a notification to our platform and create a new user within Bretford Connect. I'm sure IT Savvy has the capability to help the customers build those integrations into our system. So we can really kind of make it as automated and seamless for your customers as possible.
Awesome. So as we wind this down now, Todd, any last words on your part you want to add here as we close this this presentation out?
I want to thank you for having us here, and I think it's important to note that we are American made. Right, I think that's important, especially during this economy, that we're here to support those folks, and we have the highest end quality products in the industry, as well as the best pre and post sales support. So, the good news is when you buy a Bretford product, you are getting a product that's going to be long lasting in your environment, and we have a customer experience team right here in Franklin Park, Illinois, which is outside of O'Hare. So. I'm actually sitting feet away from those folks. So if you ever do have an issue, we are going to take care of the issue right there on the spot and make sure that you have a great experience. So not only are we going to help the IT Savvy team out, but we're also going to help that customer out and see through fruition. So
all the custom configurations and everything, so that everything is customized exactly how that organization needs to utilize this solution.
Very much so.
The last thing I'd add is, I'm based in New York and I cover the East Coast, so I'm a field representative. If there's any customers, when the times are safer that wanted to meet on site and learn about the products, I'm happy to be that field resource. Then we have Xavier and Todd at headquarters supporting from an internal perspective. So when you're working with Bretford, you get a team of people here to support you, and we're happy to get engaged. And even if it's for informational purposes, we're happy to help you along your journey as we all we're all in this together.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And I know you guys are like that. I've read a lot of good things about Bretford, and I'm glad to be engaged at this level with you guys. I appreciate you guys coming on the show today. I know for sure, many of my clients and prospects out there, soon to be clients, as I call them, they will enjoy, this presentation. Some of them are going to send some emails, so giving them some heads up that you'll get an email from Henry here soon, because I believe this technology, will be something that that your company could take advantage of and improve security, and for business saying around COVID, even a little bit safer. So I do appreciate everybody's time. Thank you. It was a great presentation today. Fabrizio, Javier, and Todd, thank you again for joining my Z Talk show. And I look forward to having you guys on again. If you have anything else, let's say in the next few months, something new comes out and we want to focus on a specific product that just came out, a new announcement, any new promotions, stuff like that. My network is always tuned to listen in. So I really do appreciate your time today.
Thank you. Thanks for having us on. I think we have something coming in the next month or two that we'd love to debut here. So we'll sync back up and be back soon.
Right. Yeah. So we'll stay in touch. And to my network, reach out to me. If there's something that you guys might see that might be a good fit for your organization, reach out to me. You saw the team I have here. They're excellent. And I'm sure they have a team behind them. This is all one big team that'll help, design this exactly how you guys need. So thank you all for your time. Have a great rest of the day. And, until the next time, be well. Take care.
Thanks.